A dream vlog. I had a dream I was at Disneyland. It didn't look like Disneyland. It was like, I forget what I had to do. I don't know if I like had to return something or something like that. But I was like riding my bike, and there were like people who lived at Disneyland, and they were, I don't own a bike, and they were commenting on the stickers I had hanging from my bike. Apparently, I had brought like my sticker collection behind me, you know. Um, and I rode up some stairs. In my dream, it wasn't weird, but in my head, it was like, now it's obvious. I had to look up Disneyland ticket prices because I remember this Disneyland I was at was $1,000 to get in. And I get up to the teller and I go, I'd like to check out, please. I'd like to check out, please. And I was always asking them to check out, and they kept like not telling me how or not explaining it to me. And I basically woke up still at Disneyland, but it had like a bustle of people. It really looked more like an Irish pub, if I was being honest. But yeah, it was. The ticket prices were $1,000 when I was sleeping, but I woke up and they were only like 100 actually. I had to check that. I was like, did my parents actually send me to Disneyland for $1,000? It's $100. That's not that much money. That's a deal. It's like such a steal. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I had a teacher call it Dismaland. One day I had this teacher who was kicked out of Disneyland for punching Goofy. That was his story. So I went there with the pizza box and made all the mascots hold this sign saying they love his last name. That was funny. That was a good use of my time. He ended up fucking giving me drugs once. That teacher was cool. He had a banging wife. He used to always like sharpen his fucking knife in class. Yeah, he had like a raw teaching style where he would just talk to you. And but he didn't let you use the pencil sharpener. You had to give him your fucking pencil and he would sharpen it with his fucking knife in school. It was like a fixed blade. Yeah. He had a soft spot for like real world history. He was super popular. Like before I had him as a teacher, he was always voted like literally the most popular teacher in the school. Everyone liked him. And he was super humble, and he like had this way of breaking the rules and nobody cared, but he had a good respect for other students. I don't ever feel like he was ever like a hater on us. um yeah, more and more what I fucking deal with is like circumcision. It's a quiet constant burn. It's a life robbing procedure. So I hope I did that in a past life and I was paying it back, because if I didn't, you're going to be, whoever did that to me, the government, is going to be tortured. So I recommend you find the harem doms and cut their dicks off. Find people on Earth who are running harems and covered in gold and cut their fucking cocks off. Yeah, that's the real government. So it ain't America. It ain't Ted Cruz. It's not fucking Bill Clinton. Even though the presidents were pedophiles, they were just copying the real government. I don't believe for a second the World War I and World War II were real. They were just ritual slaughters of boys, and that the real power doesn't say hi to us. You know how they don't tell cows what's happening? Nobody goes to a cow and explains to them how the world really works. Well, same thing with you in school and stuff. They're not telling you how it really works. They're making you into a product, and it's sad. Anyway, yeah, in my dream, Disneyland was $1,000, but it's only $100 there. So, but yeah, I don't know why I was at Disneyland, but it was kind of interesting. I was asking to check out early. Like I literally just got there and I was like, all right, checking out. And I kept like going around, how do I check out? You know, obviously I could just leave. And obviously they could have told me that too, or obviously they could have, you know. So like, where do I check out? I kept looking for the sign. Right? Never saw one. So who knows? Anyway, that's my yap. I was snoring this morning. Yeah, I went to bed as soon as the sun went down, and I was snoring. I got a hotel tonight, so I'm gonna uh, stick around here until like 2 o'clock. So I got quite some time. I got all morning. It's barely 8 o'clock, and yeah, how many hours is that? 6. Yeah, I got 6 hours to sit here. So I threw Jelly Belly at these little turds in some water. See if they like them. Give them diabetes. Fucking sugar rush. Sugar high. Yeah, Jelly Belly is my favorite candy, if you don't know that about me. I think it's an exquisite treat. Every jelly bean is a unique flavor. Way into that. I think that's a good idea. And they're allegedly all like real flavors too. They got some like sugar pattern, but it's like most of it's real. So yeah, I love Jelly Belly. Good fucking snack. You can have 3 Jelly Bellies, right? It's like it's a good snack for like taking it slow because it's like just eat 3 one after another, and it's like pretty exciting. No one else does it like Jelly Belly. Jelly Belly is pretty cool. What's up, squirrel? How you doing, baby? You got fresh water. Did you see that? You want some fucking Cheez-Its again, huh? Yeah, no Cheez-Its anymore. When I leave, that's the end of the treats. You'll see. Maybe the next person eats chipmunks. So, yeah. It'd be nice if this was my yard and I could be like a generational help to them. So, yeah. I thought, I Googled how expensive the Disneyland ticket prices are. I thought I like saw like a meme or something where someone was complaining Disneyland is like $1,000 just to get in the park. $100 is reasonable for like an all day thing, the fireworks and all that. It's not like the park is free once you're inside. It still fucking costs stuff. So Walt Disney is frozen. Yeah, he's if they learn how to unthaw him, he's gonna be a genius. He's gonna be a leader. Hopefully, he made himself a bunch of videos explaining like what he was doing. Well, I'm going into the ice bucket, and probably did. Yeah, he's a weird leader. I have animator family. Obviously, I'm a cartoonist myself, um, and I've enjoyed a lot of cartoons, and it's just it's a craft out of nature. It's how do you make a world that doesn't exist? Well, you can manually furnish it brick by brick, which he did, or you can just draw the damn thing and make it look real, and that's another way of doing it. And yeah, humans are legacy painters and drawers and artists. I kind of assumed that my art would be better than it is, and doing this craft, what happened is they always wanted me to pay for advancement. They wanted me to pay for views or pay to be seen, and since they hide that, they don't want everyone to know that they do that. Now I recognize it in other people, like Mr. Beast is fake. He acts like, oh, he's 400 million fans, but that's what he paid for. You could watch tournaments of, what do you call it? Like Summoner's War or Raid Shadow Legends. You can watch their tournaments and they will talk about skill and balance and team compositions, but they'll never, ever, ever say that really they're bringing their pay to win accounts and the person who paid the most money has the strongest team. And so if you outspend all these other rich kids to win the tournament, yeah, you'll get some cash back, but you will not get cash back anywhere near how much it costs to beat everyone. So yeah, it's pretty fake, but they don't admit that. They'll just fake it. So oh well. Yeah. Well, I got to make more like affirmation videos. So I tried, I had over 3,000 images. I tried to load them all piece by piece into a video and it crashed. Unfortunately, that was a lot of taps, and it fucking crashed. So I went back and did it, 200 at a time. You got most of them in there. So yeah, I forgot to add the portions about like defending me and taking down my enemies and stuff. It's a little too positive, so I gotta go back in there and freaking add another video. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for the generated theme for that video. Yeah, my wealth one, I was like, AI draw vaults full of gold. And oh yeah, did you see that they're making gold? They have a pretty strong idea on how to artificially create gold now, using nuclear fusion. Maybe not like alchemy, obviously. There might be a simple trick, right? There might be a magic note that turns lead into gold. But for the most part, they had concluded that was crazy. Now, if the real government is the gold empire and they benefit from having a reserve of gold against everyone else, like this is the currency, this is the wealth, go across the world and get me more of this so I am powerful, right? Is that's basically the play as I read it. And if they discover the ability to artificially make gold, like if they can mass produce gold with like nuclear fusion, like a nuclear fusion plant, then it may lower the price a bit. But yeah, the place I bought my gold, he said the Diamond Empire. I was like, Moissanite diamonds, collapsed diamonds. He's like, no, they make lab diamonds that look real. Yeah, and that's the thing is that they're like these crystals are allegedly real. They look real, but they may not be. I know this is because I know the mine it came from, but it's like I don't know that they're real. They could have done a fake process that makes it look identical, right? So yeah, pretty scary. It is like you just can't trust it anymore. So yeah, but anyway, so it's not moissanite diamonds; it's real diamonds flooding, artificial real diamonds. They look real, and you can't tell the difference. And so it's like crash the diamond market, he said, because it's like you just can't fucking, they're lab grown and that's what it is. So gold's going to go down the same way, where gold is like allegedly valuable, and as soon as they can make it, it's going to fucking crash. So, which I hope happens. Man, I thought all of my likes and follows on all of my accounts are all like sex bots and spammers. Like, you know how many like Elon Musk alts I have fucking interacting with me? I don't see anyone real ever look into my stuff at all. Oh yeah, Chef Swoller D did, and then something horrible happened to him. Chef Swoller D noticed me. He was like, um, he's like, "Wow, I didn't know how good of an artist you are." That's what he said. I have that as a screenshot. And then he has like a huge injury, and his arm fucking gets fucking broken, and then he's off of streaming. I haven't seen him for weeks, and so yeah, that was really bad. I honestly thought Simon killed him because he was doing, Chef Swoller D was doing the Simon challenge, which is impossible. It's like 11 hours to get to phase 3. It's literally impossible. I felt bad for him. He was like burning out. Um, yeah. What's up, baby? What do you want? More water? Nah, you gotta wait. There's rainstorms later this week. They can get their water from eating plants. They don't need to drink like we do. They can. So yeah, I've been putting out trays full of water for them, and they're cute. Some of them are aggressive D-bags. Like some of those little chipmunks are fucking assholes. They absolutely territory turf over it. That's my water, you know. And that's how people were with land too. Is like, oh, this is our land. Nah, this is my land and my gold, you know. And unfortunately, those people tend to be like, they strike fear into everyone, and so they do what they want, and it's kind of like it's bad. But yeah, I can't wait for the gold market to crash. It's going to be interesting when every single nuclear fusion plant can produce freaking a gold byproduct. You were just making nonstop gold over here. That's going to be cool. There might be an easy trick of doing it. Yeah, it's not really about heating it and melting it. It's about causing the process of nuclear fusion. So it's just a tremendous amount of energy and heat. It's obviously extremely tricky to do out of machines. To make a machine that can do that, the smartest people on Earth right now are working on nuclear fusion. How to fucking do that? Definitely. I'm interested in, of course, amped up power sources and more energy, especially for creating objects like transforming energy directly into matter. That's going to be a doozy. That's going to be a huge human project. And so, yeah, as much as I hated education, I get what it is that it's like just a living like fucking townie. Oh, what do you do? Oh, I just hang out. That's useless to the government. That's useless to man too, kind of. You want people who are engaged at the forefront of science, who knows what's happening and have good ideas. And so it is like pile up the education from the beginning. That's what you owe us, right? You owe us becoming highly integrated with math and science so that you can actually do things like nuclear fusion. You know, you can make gold. But yeah, it will crash the government's normal. It'll make holographic money the most valuable currency on Earth. Yeah. Bitcoin is worthless. Number one, the number of Bitcoins is not capped. They can increase the number of Bitcoins. Number two, for a currency to have value, it has to be tied to labor. And so what they did is they made the Bitcoin have an enormously costly processing tax it has to do. If you want to transfer Bitcoin, all these machines have to do this computational puzzle. And it's utterly useless. The computational puzzle is actually just a waste of time, busy work. And so the labor it does is pointless. Yeah, Bitcoin, I mean, these people are used to scams. These people love and support scams. The real thing they hate, they only like it if it's fake. So, of course, Bitcoin is doing well. A lot of them will point to Bitcoin's success as proof of its goodness, but that's a trick. That's the same trick they always pull. The truth is, Bitcoin is trash. It's not limited, highly expensive, not really useful for anything. You don't want to do Bitcoin transactions because there's a burn. It's really useless. Yes, it may have like $120,000 of Bitcoin now. It may go to 1 million or 10 million. You may see Bitcoin shoot up forever, but basically, once people get smart enough to know how it works, it'll crash. And all the people who are early hodlers are going to steal that government money. All the hundreds of millions the government puts into Bitcoin is going to be gone, right? The fucking peasants will steal it. And maybe the reason they have like a pseudonymical owner creator is because if it is discovered to be a fraud and crash, they can't fucking send them to jail. You know, Satoshi is allegedly said he didn't do it. So they named Satoshi as the creator, and he has said he hasn't done it. So allegedly, whenever that Bitcoin crashes, it's going to be, they'll have no one to sue for the Ponzi scheme. Yeah, the early Bitcoin adopters were geniuses. I mean, imagine if you had bought 10 Bitcoins, that would have cost you $2, right? But you would have had to do it back in like 2013. So, yeah, you can get in Bitcoin now. it may be a while till it crashes. It may go to $1 million. So, you could put in $1,000 and basically come out with $2,000 or even more. So, yeah. I like that my source of income isn't counted on tax. I don't have to claim it as gained income, which is super cush. So it means that I could actually play what do you call it? Um, I could play the stock market and take profits, and I won't pay taxes until I get to like $30,000 profit. Yeah, so I could play the stock market and make some small gains without ever having to pay a tax on it. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's like if you, let's say you use Robinhood to do all your stock investing. Options is a great way to make a ton of money. Options is also a great way to lose all your money. I think if you can declare bankruptcy easy, like you have nothing to lose in a bankruptcy court, then you could play options. Yeah, because if you make a mistake and you end up going negative $500,000, you could clear the debt with a fucking bankruptcy, and they can't take anything that you have. And if you make the right choice, you'll suddenly have $500,000. So, yeah. If I had to do it, I was chasing circumcision. Like, what happened? My dad did not love us at all. My dad was a fucking turd. He's a horrible person. Like, what he did for work, how he treated people, how he treated us. Yeah, my dad sucked. My dad was an absolute piece of trash. And he had like these odious, like, he snored really loud. Like, he had these things about him that was just like all around. He had this like craggy lower jaw. His lower teeth weren't straight. I didn't get braces to do this. My teeth are just straight like that, right? But not him. His teeth were all like fucking twisted and all that shit. He used to smile with his lower jaw to like that at you and stuff. Yeah, he was a mean guy. I didn't like my dad. He forgot who I was the moment I got fucking bigger than him. Oh yeah, his total attitude changed the moment I got bigger than him. He just like acted like an idiot. I remember like his cursed looking face, puffy and odd looking. I hate that guy. Yeah, he told me the kids used to call him in school Sniveling Steven. And as soon as I knew that, I was like, Sniveling Steven. Yeah, I fucking hate that guy. Had kids just to circumcise them and force them to do what the government wanted. He was really a turd. So that's why I don't have kids myself. I'm like, no one deserves to live through this shit. Ape by ape. Ooh, ooh, ah. We're going to Monkey Island, motherfucker. Yeah, God, a fucking chimpanzee in a robe says God says cut your kid's dick off, and everyone did it because they want to go to heaven. It's sad. It's embarrassing. It's really trashy. Like, people think I'm crazy, but I go like, you're the pedophiles of Trash Planet. The only reason you think I'm crazy is your ego would fucking implode if you understood how I see you. If you understood how I see you, your fucking head would just go, just be fucking brain fluid leaking down your ears. Oh, I'm ready for fucking. Sucks. Anyway. Yeah, I hope the creator gets raped with knives. The creator cannot make up what happened to me with something good. The creator has to make up what happened to me with something bad happening to him. Yeah. And the creator can't make one of us pay. That's the rule for the creator, is he can't volunteer one of our bodies and one of our lives for it. The creator has to get raped with knives somehow, and the creator has to lose and spend 80 years looking like a fucking idiot. Yeah, that's what the creator has to go through. It can burn every time you pee, dumbass. Yeah, that burning isn't because of a STD. That's because of a fucking what do you call it? That's because of the circumcision. My glands is missing its outer layer of skin. The fucking thing that regulates the pee flow is totally gone. And they did that with a nail and a hammer and a knife when I was a baby. It happened to me too before they started doing the anesthesia around 1987. I was a 1986 baby, so I had the full fucking shock PTSD of it just being done to raw skin. But that's who the Gold Empire is. The only reason they cut my dick and they don't kill me is so I do all the work. Is they need someone to be a little fucking slave out there. So they think they're slick. They're lying over dicks and got caught, and all they have to do is hide. Just hide and wait for it to blow over. I'm not letting it blow over. I'm leaving a trail of like documents. I'm leaving like hidden fucking information drops. I have like these like waterproof jars I hide this in, and I hide it at like, you know, campsites where people will find it. I put it on money, you know. So I'm letting everyone know that the real government's the pedo cave. It's basically like people hidden from view who breed women, and that's what's always been happening. And it's the people who think it's your elected representatives or God, they're delusional. They're crazy. They think I'm crazy. They're the crazy ones. If you think God is the real government, or if you think that you're elected like America's real, you think your elected representatives really care about you, you're an idiot. They are literally, they know. The government officials know about the pedo cave. They know because intelligence officials know about it. Dude, don't take a bath in that water. That's for drinking. It's got to be nice. No water anywhere. There's only water. Yeah, I felt bad for him. It's been like months since there was a good rain, and it's like, okay. No, a month. You know, it's been like maybe 2-3 weeks since we had a good rain. Not more than 2-3 weeks, yeah. No, I got here before the 10th. Yeah, so it's probably like 4 weeks now. It's like a month since we had a good rainstorm. It's been a while. Yeah, we had rain last night, just a little bit, a couple minutes, and then we're going to have rain coming up, but yeah. Life is only for the rich. The rich have everything and take everything, and the poor lose everything and have nothing. I'm definitely not the poorest human to ever live. There's been humans who were slaves since they were kids. I own a car. I got my own bed to sleep in. You know, I go where I want and no one tells me where to go. That's way freer than a lot of humans in history. A lot of humans in history have had way fewer freedoms than that. So I'm grateful for that. But still, I mean, like, did you have to touch my fucking dick with a knife? Those fucking assholes. You can see how massive my balls are. That's how big my dick would have been if they hadn't fucking helped me out, you know? Anyway. Yeah, I'm not an idiot. I didn't go and have kids, you know what I mean? I fucking kept that shit to myself. I knew what time it was early. I did. As soon as they circumcised me, I knew what time it was. I was like, okay. All these idiots are like, all the people who do the circumcisions are like gay pedophiles. They're like rapists who like boys. Because they're not allowed to touch girls. They would do it if they could admit to themselves that's who they were, but they were just all twisted by it, and they usually just end up being gay pedos, which is another level of sad and disturbing. Yeah. These problems were given to me. You know, I didn't want these problems, but they gave them to me. It all comes from the scarcity and the creator making your bodies hurtable. Now, here's the thing. The creator didn't make me. My parents reproduced, and that's why I am today. So, you know, I'm like, you know how like you can make a dog that's weird? you can make a fucking, you can make people that are weird. So, like, I wasn't made by the creator. This idea that the creator made me, my parents made me. And that could have gone anyway, right? And so it's like, I don't really have a leg to stand on when it comes to pride about who I am or where I came from. I'm kind of a monster, you know, and not always in the good way. Remember watching Beagles. Uh, yeah, Beagles chose to keep the demon baby, and she named it after herself. I was watching that last night. Yeah, Beagles was like nearly puking when the demon baby came out in Witcher 3, and she chose to name the demon baby Beagles after her. She's beautiful. It's like a monster. So yeah, that was last night. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I have like a boring sit down life. It's been nice to like figure stuff out, because definitely one of the ways they keep you from realizing what happened to you is they keep you constantly engaged in nonstop activity. They're not just, it's not distracting you from your life with God. It's distracting you from realizing where you really are and who you really are. Is that if you have time to sit down in your own feelings long enough, you'll realize, ah, my fucking dick hurts. You know, oh, the fucking, that school is fucking stupid. So I can pass the test, but you need me to do all the assignments and homework or I'm gonna fail. Oh. So I'm a slave. You just want me to do all this stuff for you. Do the assignments like I ask, or we're gonna fucking put some social pressure on you to make you do it. Right? Because they don't care if I know the answers. That might actually scare them. He knows all the answers without studying. Uh-oh. He could figure everything else out. All right, well, just fucking tell him he's fucking crazy. So, yeah, I hate him. I hate the fucking government. I hate you trash, too. Sorry if you're listening to this and you don't feel like you're trash, but look in the mirror and really fucking question, are you the slaves of pedophiles? Is what you believe and do twisted by evil, greedy people, right? Do you think doing evil, greedy things is normal? Are all your holidays bullshit? Or all your holidays fucking stupid bullshit? What do you think? I think, yeah. I think, yeah, that your holidays are fucking stupid bullshit. I think that your mannerism saying, hello, good morning, the Christmas tree, all that shit is like fucking really fake and twisted. And that no real being would ever like that, right? That only super, super fake. Dude, you don't have to get your whole body in there. Fucking Chonko Squirrel. You can tell who the fucking villains are. There's some of these chipmunks will drink the water from the edge. They'll like stick their neck over it. Other ones will stand in it, and you'll come over there and the thing is brown. And it's like they just don't fucking get it. Yeah. Not everyone's a good person. Not everyone's a good person. Some people are wired from the inside out to be villains. They think of the world as how can I screw everyone else over? They're not at all going, oh, they're having a nice time. Good. Glad I helped them out. Wow. They look like they're having fun. Not everyone's like that. Some people are like, can I have their stuff? How do I get everything they have? That's how they are. They're programmed that way. They just can't think of anything else. Some squirrels drink. It's fucking chasing this birder, yeah. Some squirrels drink from the outside. Other squirrels put all their fucking limbs in there and drink standing in the middle of it. They're fucking different. They are different. They're fucking little villains. So I don't think God, the creator, that God isn't the creator. God is just a name. It's a word. I think that obviously biological evolution can take many twists and turns. Like I can put any color I want on. I can put on a purple pair of clothes. I can put on a blue pair of clothes. I can put on a green pair of clothes. Likewise, biological evolution can go really any way. There's nothing stopping these idiot squirrels from taking their seed hiding fetish and actually planting plants that grow them a lot of food. There's nothing stopping that. They could figure that out. It'd be like, don't plant the pine tree. It's going to be 80 years before it gives us anything. Plant this one. This one's edible immediately. Always get these seeds and plant these seeds because it's pull up the pines, right? We need a couple pines for houses, and then everything else can be this plant because this plant is tasty, right? They could do that, but it would take one of them doing it. Same thing with like science. So many human advancements stall forever until one of you knuckleheads thinks of it. You know, like Tesla or whoever. Elon Musk is nobody. Neural implants, explosive gas rocketry, electric cars, tunnels, satellite internet, all existed before Elon Musk. You need to stop sucking his dick because all he's doing is getting government money to breed. That's all he's doing. Elon Musk acts like a genius, but he's really just like a nonstop auto breeder. He just can't stop reproducing. He loves himself too much. And if you look at what he's invented, it's nothing. He's literally never made anything. And so worshiping Elon Musk is for stupid people. Elon Musk's fans are a lot dumber than he is. Yeah. Like if I'm doing object per second speed painting, you would have to be so smart to see it the way I see it. You would have to be so smart to see it the way I see it. But you'll never see it the way I see it because you're dumb. You don't have the time. So, yeah, the real government's super pedo island. I never had a dream about that. That was grounded real life information. Yeah. I don't think I've ever had a dream about the pedo cave. Maybe when I was a little kid. Yeah. I'd have dreams about like priests taking girls into like hidden areas to rape them. So yeah, they're like the myth of the Christian is that the world is wicked. The truth of the Christian is they are wicked. They are the wicked animals, and they're calling people who are otherwise peaceful, the devil, to manipulate them in horrible ways. So, and that was the shocker, is that the Lord and the Heavenly Father were humans lying. I mean, of course, there's literally nothing that exists on this planet that men didn't make. And it's, yeah. But some people are still fooled. Oh, he inspired it. God went, hey, do this. No, he didn't. That literally never happened. Humans said, we're going to fool him. Oh, don't be like those fools. Right? He's lying to you. Don't be like the fools. Got him. You ever see someone get hit in the head and their legs swept at the same time? There's a few moves where you can like hit someone in the head and sweep their legs at the exact same time. And it's going to cause them to tumble. And it's exactly what the Bible does, is it hits you in the head and sweeps your feet at the exact same time. Opposite directions. But if you actually listen to it, you're going to go like, we're fucking going to heaven now. We're going to heaven now, everyone. So yeah. Yeah, my dream about Disneyland was not Disneyland. It didn't look like Disneyland at all. But that's where it was in my head. People living there. Dude, how'd you get up there? He was climbing on my wheel well. I didn't know that was a ledge you could get on. That's impressive. Yeah, they're like, where'd the food go? I think I threw them the last of my bread. I need to find the last of my bread and throw them that. But yeah. Anyway, I've got a nice, glorious hotel tonight. I'm going to get some good delivery. I got a salad place I like a lot. It's expensive. Like, for delivery, you're adding on an extra, like, $10. Yeah, you want a $10 item that's like $10 on the freaking delivery fee. So, yeah, they take a big overhead. They want, like, You get a $10 item delivered, they want like $4 for the delivery fee. And then they want you to tip your driver too. So it's like, but it's all for that convenience. So yeah, getting a hotel twice a month is definitely a lot less expensive than paying rent. Yeah, rent's like $1,000, and hotel twice a month is like 120 plus delivery fees is like $200. So it's about you. Really, if you just take a bath and you're wearing clean clothes, those clean clothes will last you for like at least a week. And then if you're using baby wipes, you can go that other week. Yeah, the way to do baby wipes is you get the non-flushable kind. Don't flush them. You get the non-flushable kind, and then you fill that with water, right? And then that is like a really good bath. That's a really good bath. You'll get clean with that. And then you throw all that in like a burnable bag, and then you have a campfire and you burn it. So I don't have what's up, birds? I'm gonna stay up here in like this Arizona area for the winter. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay up here in the winter. But next year, I'm gonna try to like maybe try to get a house up in West Virginia. It'd be nice to have a permanent abode. I don't like paying rent because in my mind I'm like it's just disappearing. Every bit of money I give them is not like it's not a value, it's a loss, you know. So it's like how can I cut my losses? Buy a property and fucking pay for the property. So the problem is that those houses in West Virginia are sometimes pretty old. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, West Virginia and Mississippi are both really cheap. Mississippi's not bad. A lot of black people, but that's fine. West Virginia is all like the blue-eyed Appalachian people, and it's close to the Capitol. So if I want to go do like Capitol protests, I can do that now. And so yeah, that's why I'm thinking West Virginia. It might be good to get out there, fly a sign, and so I can show people fucking government. People, creeps like Ted Cruz and Donald Trump and Bill Clinton, they all were fucking pedophiles. They all cut baby boys, and as soon as you weren't looking, they were running off to fuck little girls. And the government just let them. The CIA, FBI, can't see that, you know, so it's a major treachery. Like, I don't call myself an American anymore. USA, fucking get in the grave. Yeah, I'm with that. People calling the combining Canada, USA, and Mexico into one country called CUM. Yeah, do that. Call it Big Dick Town. Just to fuck with the government, because the government wants the biggest dicks. The government doesn't want to share having a big dick with anyone else on Earth. And so if you change your country to be called Big Dick Town, that's a direct snub at the real government. So it'll get them angry. It's just a bunch of turfing pedophiles. All the girls are mine. No, I'm not going to do any work. So, and that's what came out as religion in the government. That's what that is. That's what public education is. It's just a fucking pedophile put down. So they are pedos. You like women. You're with women that naturally want you. That's fine. You took out baby boys with knives and abducted little girls. They are pedophiles. They're absolutely pedophiles. The worst pedophiles on earth are the real government. And they've never been caught. They made catching them illegal. Imagine the cows get it together to go, okay, cows, we're going to go after cow murderers. How awkward would that be? It's like, well, we murder billions of you a year. Oh yeah, we're going to stop all the cow killers. And we like fucking butcher them. So that's exactly what the government forbid pedophiles, but it was like, they're talking about poor people touching the product. No ruining the product before I get it. You got those girls with that weird disease. Girls have this weird disease where their baby, it only affects women, where it's like the baby bones of their face they lock early, so their face stays like a young woman. It's super tragic because it'll ruin their face. It absolutely is like a life ruining happening, but it happens just to girls where like, yeah, their face baby bones lock in early. And I can't help but wonder if that's a government experiment. Like they're actual pedophiles. Like If only women had baby girl faces, then I could really get off. And so it's like these women are having tragically their fucking bones fused when they're young and they're growing up with like loose skin because it doesn't work right. Yeah, I wonder about that. It only affects girls, right? So, yeah. No, the real government are pedophiles. They're people who worship their dicks, think only of their dicks. Everyone else is here to serve their dick. And that's why look how big the Washington Monument is. If you could imagine the Washington Monument, that Egyptian obelisk is a cock. And then just like think about how big that would be, like what, 24 inches? So that's what the report was. I believe it because like how is a baby's like 10 inches by 4 inches, right? So how are you telling me a baby can fit through there, but a dick that's 5 inches by 1 inch is too big? There's just no way. There's just no way. They're lying, right? And it's like when you see dicks or you see vagina, you always see it in a medical drawing. And that I know dicks and vagina IRL with my own eyes, right? And I know vagina with my own hands. And it's not like that. But they're still going to lie to you in drawings because they're a bunch of pedophiles. The doctors and the Jews and the politicians and the Muslims and all those people are all pedophiles. I'm not on the side of Palestine. The Muslims are pedophiles too. The same government, the reason you have different camps to fall in is so you fight each other. And so you're weak. It's so you can't get it together and rally against them because you're fighting each other. Duh. No, I'm crazy, right?